Hi everyone, how are you doing? I am Jennifer and I'm here to do the energy reading for the week of September 4th to the 10th. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate you being here on my channel, and I hope you find some benefit in the energies that I'm picking up, the readings that I'm giving. And so this week I'm playing a little bit. So I am doing the main part of my reading with a Lenormand deck, and it's the House of Shadows deck by Monica Berdersky. And she is actually resides in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I just think that is very cool, and I love supporting local artists as much as I can. And I am just kind of winging it. I'm not doing a full-on Lenormand spread. I am just kind of doing my own version. So because I read mostly intuitive anyways, and it's just about playing. I'm feeling playful today, but I wanted to bring in the House of Shadows deck as well because there's a lot of shadow aspects being brought to the light in these energies. And also, I'm feeling playful because Halloween is coming, and I love Halloween. So it's time to start bringing in or implementing some of those decks that have that kind of undercurrent or direct theme. So let's just dive into the cards and see what comes up. Okay, so I am pulling one card as the significator card for the whole reading, and it is from the Sacred Destinies Oracle, and this is by Denise Lind. And this is, oh gosh, I love that. Blessings. So, Sacred Destinies. Oh, isn't that interesting? In my own meditation this morning, I was just feeling just vibrating with the energy of gratitude for all my blessings. So that is a significator card. So isn't that interesting? And let's just see here how that is going to be portrayed in this reading. So I'm going to do my usual 9 cards. See what comes up here. And I'm just going to pull these back a little bit because so that they're in the shot here. I'm just rearranging them a little bit. Okay, so we are actually starting the week with the Sun card. So how beautiful is that? Sorry, I think there's a little bit of glare there. I hope you can see that. So this is the Sun card. And so the Sun is about illumination. It is about being successful, being a joy, happiness. It is just a really, really positive card overall. So we're starting off the week. I mean, this to me really resonates well with the energy of the blessings. So we're feeling very blessed. We have a lot of awareness of, all the gifts in our lives, everything that happens for us, and where we're going and the direction that we're going. We're really feeling positive about things right now. But then we have the Sith. I can't read, I can't pronounce. It's not a word that I'm that familiar with. So we have the Sith. So this to me is like the death card. So this is talking about change, a change of a situation, a change that's coming. It can also be changes that we have been going through, and it actually feels more like that to me. Yes, there's more changes coming. I feel that there is, because we're shifting internally, and this is reflecting in our outer world. So through our jobs and relationships and where we live, and our diet and lifestyle and all that sort of thing. But so in these changes, there's that letting go part, the letting go, the death of a role, the death of what we identified with, who we were. So it's like we are reinventing ourselves, we're being reborn. But it's important to acknowledge the goodbyes, and if there's sadness and mourning, if there's any sense of a loss for things that once were, perhaps someone very close to you, an important relationship has passed on and they're no longer in the physical world. And so there's that too. And then your identity attached with that, and letting all that go. So there is that element. So it's interesting that we have the success and the sun of currently where things are, but then there's this change card as well. So it's an interesting balance, and it almost feels like, you know, they're in opposition of each other, but they're not, because we can have the awareness of the changes, be going through it and experiencing them, but keeping the bigger view of, you know, the bigger picture and what's going on, and just tuning into the heart space, and being grateful for all the changes that are happening for us. Oh, and so we have the fish um, card here, and this is a new one for me. So this isn't a deck that I usually tune in or use, and to be honest with you, I've not used it before. I really just tuned in, activated it right before I did this reading. But I just felt when I came into my magic room here, I just felt like, or my, you know, whatever, my office slash treatment room, magic room, whatever you want to call it. But my eye was immediately drawn to this deck, and it's never been drawn to before. So I thought, oh, you know, this deck wants to get used today. It's calling me, and totally felt that. And I've never felt drawn to this before in such a fashion. Usually I check it out and I'm like, nope, it doesn't feel right. Today it called me right to it. So just interesting when that happens, to note that. But so I'm babbling on about that just because the fish, I'm like, instantly I'm like, okay, I don't know what this means, because it's I think this is about going with the flow of things, and see, they're in these little suits, and it's letting go of, you know, it's like they're in a row, they're looking up, they're, you know, they're being fish. You know, fish, you typically think they're in the flow, and these guys aren't really in the flow. They're donning these suits and little briefcases. So to me, it's like they're going with the flow of what isn't really. They're going with what is expected of them, and what is, yeah, the expectations, whether they're self-imposed or from society, and so kind of the rules, and what you're supposed to be doing, you know, at a certain age, or what you're supposed to have accomplished, you know, what milestones, and all those little things, that these expectations of what life is supposed to be. And this to me is feeling like, yeah, we're letting go of that, layers and layers of that, realizing, you know, those conditioned parts of us, and we're dropping them, and we are starting to follow our inner flow of things. And that is kind of how that card feels to me. And I know that's kind of general, but this is a general reading, and so that's how that feels to me. And that is very connected as well with this Sith card, because we are cutting out the parts that drain us out of our life. And so there's that representation of death there. So we have the mice card, and I do realize I'm reading across rather than down as I usually do. Sometimes I just do that. I don't really pay too much attention. I just trust the flow in whichever way I'm drawn to go. So next we have the mice card. And interesting, because mice came up in my meditation this morning, and I'm just looking at this card to see what it is that they're doing. So I feel like the mice is about the details. Something about details here. We're taking care of the details. We're trusting, you know, the details that need to be done, but not getting too caught up in them. We're trusting that the details will work themselves out. Okay, so what I'm getting is that the mice are about details, and we may be getting lost in some details of things. So it's letting go of that and trusting that the details will take care of themselves, to look at the bigger picture. Don't get anxious or caught up in the small, minor aspects of life, because that can not really derail you, but just cause some dragging of the feet, or not putting your energy in where it should be going. So I'm just feeling into that a little bit more, what it is this card is trying to relay to me. So the energies and the details, not getting caught up in the details, because it's going to drain your energy, where you ideally, or not ideally, but it can distract you and cause procrastination of the bigger picture, or bigger goal that you're working towards, whatever project you're working on. Yes, some of the details are important because they are fundamental, but it's like, get out of your head about it, just do it, get out of your own way, quit thinking about it, just get it done so you can move on to the next thing. And don't let analysis paralysis, that's what this card is trying to tell me, don't let analysis paralysis stop you. So get out of your head, just kind of do it and get it done, cross it off your to-do list, and don't overthink it. And that's what I'm feeling here. And so next we have the bear card. And with this bear card, the first thing that comes to me is poking a sleeping bear. So, and the person is on top of it. So I feel like there is, to me, this feels a little bit like this is a motivator. What is motivating us? And it's like a part of us we don't want to look at. And I feel like that's where the sleeping bear comes in, or poking a sleeping bear. We want to poke the bear. I feel like this card is saying, yeah, you don't want to, because you're trying to, it scares you, whatever it is. There's an aspect of your life, or a part of your personality, or part of something that drives you, that we don't want to look at as a collective. So is it fear-based? Is it, and then what belief is wrapped around that? And I feel like this card is suggesting that we need to actually take a look at it, not to be afraid to poke the sleeping bear, because this is going to illuminate a lot about who we are. And if we bring whatever this shadow aspect of us into the light, then it will free us of this, whatever this is that we're afraid to look at, and really free us so it can't control us anymore. But it's having the courage to do that. And then following that, we have the fox card. So yeah, I feel like in relation to the bear, that it's about, it might not be what it seems, whatever the situation is, whatever the driving force is, or something going on around you. And it might be in relation to this bear, or it might not, but there is something that is not what it seems. And a situation might seem, and it doesn't really feel like it is directly related to this part of us that motivates us. But it feels like there is I feel like somebody isn't representing themselves in their trueness. And they are putting on a face, a false identity around you in order to, they have like an agenda. And so this card just feels to me like it's saying, yeah, just watch out for that. But I'm feeling like, because she's holding the chicken up as if to protect it, that we do have an awareness of this within our lives. So perhaps this is in relation, is, why are we keeping this relationship together, or ongoing? What is our own agenda, or again, I come back to motivation. Is it a fear of something else that allows this individual person here to be in our lives, even though we know that, we perhaps aren't looking at them through clearness. We're not using discernment. We're just seeing the part of them that we want to, in order to carry this hidden part of us, this fear, or whatever it is that motivates us or drives us within that. So that's kind of an interesting, kind of a deep psychological insight into ourselves as a collective. So who in our lives are we holding on to relationships with? And it might not be a person, but could be, and even an aspect of ourselves. But there's something that motivates us, that keeps it alive, that we don't want to look at. It scares us. And or something that's uncomfortable. And so we're keeping this, and this might be a reflection of ourselves as well, putting on a false mask to the world, and not being vulnerable and not looking at ourselves in, with discernment, and what are our actions matching our words, and or our words matching what we feel inside, that sort of thing. Okay, and then finally in the last road here, we have bouquet. And I feel like this is a gift, like a sudden, an unexpected gift from the universe. So it could be an opportunity or something falling in your lap. That I also feel like this is something that you have created with your energy. This has to do with that sun energy, feeling really positive, making some changes, letting go of false identities of the self, and following your inner voice, your inner calling, your intuition more. And so I'm just kind of recapping here over this. And I feel like in that doing, you're opening yourself up to new opportunities. But one in particular is coming in that will be significant. And this could be a love offer too. I'm not really getting that in any other part of the reading here, but I am, with the flowers, it very much could be somebody new coming into your life, who's interested in you if you're single and looking. And if not, this could be just an opportunity that is going to be spark a new passion, or something that you're going to really, really enjoy. And then now we have the coffin. So this is interesting. This is so I feel like this individual here is like in this box, and he's looking out at the world, and what's happening. So this could be seen as two ways. Could be like your higher self observing you as you are going about your life. But this could also be you feeling it like you're in a box and you're not really living your life. Like maybe you're living in your head too much and you're not actually out there taking action and being in the world. And yeah, you're dreaming again, the analysis paralysis. You're in your mind, you're in in this box of your mind, and you're not out there. And I feel like that's kind of more what it's talking about, because that really to me fits in with the mice energy as well. The analysis paralysis and getting stuck in the details, and overthinking things. And so I feel like it's just, this is saying it's time to like get out of the box, get out of your head, and just do it. Quit overthinking whatever it is you're overthinking. We need to stop and just get out of our own way and just do it. And if you don't know exactly how to move forward, just start taking some steps to do it anyways, and trust that all the parts are going to come together for you. It'll reveal themselves, but it's important just to take the first step, and trust that the rest will line up for you or follow. You'll know what to do when the time comes. And then finally, with that final card of the reading for this week, we have the stork. And isn't this another interesting card? It feels like this is, I'm just tuning into the energies here. These drawings are just so cute. They've got this like kind of dark undercurrent humor, and it's hard not to kind of giggle at them. I mean, the stork with cowboy boots on, I mean, really, it's just, they're all quite adorable. So just tuning into the card of the stork. Again, I feel like it's another gift of some sort, a beginning of something new, a new endeavor, something that, again, co-created with the universe. The stork, of course, is, the birth, delivering babies typically, right, in the old fairy tales. And so it is, but, but this is an adult here. So instead of a baby, he's delivering an adult with, a little briefcase. So again, an opportunity of some sort coming in for us, a new beginning of an endeavor as we are making these changes. But, again, taking stock of our blessings and feeling really, really positive as we are making these changes, even holding the gratitude and feeling positive about our current situation and the future, even though we're saying goodbye to old aspects of ourselves, and which are, being reflected through saying goodbye to a place we've lived, or a career, or a relationship, or a lifestyle, or whatever it is, or roles. I mean, again, there's so many ways, but we're freeing ourselves of that. We're following our inner calling, our own intuition. We're listening to our hearts more, and but get out of our mind and the analysis paralysis. Don't worry about all the little details. Do what you must, but just take some action, and don't don't keep yourself overly busy, and allowing your energy to get drained on what the get refocused, right, on the bigger picture, and just keep moving forward. And then again, with the awareness about what it is that is driving us within a particular aspect of ourselves that we're putting out into the world, or a relationship that we are holding on to, that isn't perhaps serving us in the highest way possible. So we need to rock the boat. We need to poke that sleeping bear in order to free ourselves and bring a new awareness, a new level of that can be released. Something that's holding us back from stepping into this new phase. But this is telling me that whatever this is, that we are successful in it, because there is this opportunity coming to us with this bouquet that is a surprise, and we're not expecting it, but it's because we are successful in what it is we're doing here this week. And also that sun too at the beginning, and the blessings all tell me that this is a very successful week in whatever changes that we are orchestrating. And again, just to get outside of your mind, and to start to take some actions, and get out of your own way, and start to live your life, instead of all the ruminating on all the possibilities you want it to look like. Just get out there and do it. And again, another positive card to end the reading for the week, and that is new opportunity, something new, a new endeavor that we're starting on, we're giving birth to, with all this happening. So that was kind of a fun reading. I hope that you stuck around to the end, and let me know what you think, if any of that resonates with you. I always love to hear your feedback. And yeah, thank you again so much for your support. And if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. Be a subscriber. It's free to subscribe, of course. And that notification bell, if you hit it, it will send you the YouTube app will send your phone a message, or like a little notification anytime I upload a video. And yes, typically it is on Mondays, but sometimes I change it up. And you never know. I always have ideas rolling around my own head, and I just, for myself, I need to stop thinking about it and all the reasons why I can't, or it's not a good time, and just do it. So just organize things a little better. And but anyways, thanks for being here, everybody, and I wish you a beautiful week. And remember that you are loved so much, and I'm sending you my love. Bye for now.